The following video shows a 44-kilometer ride from Charlton to Bath by way of Malmesbury and Castle Combe. This route follows country roads and begins at the Stonehill Farm B&B, about 2 kilometers from Charlton, and follows the B4040 through Charlton all the way to Malmesbury. After Malmesbury, the route proceeds on local roads through a series of quaint Cotswold villages where the rolling hills become more evident until a beautiful downhill into Castle Combe. Then the route takes an upward turn, gaining over 100 meters in a 2-kilometer stretch until reaching Charlton and the highest elevation of the ride. After this point, it's all downhill on some local back roads and into the final destination in Bath. Leaving Stonehill Farm, we turn right and head to Charlton. We were passed by some weekend riders out for a quick spin without the heavy load we were carrying. In Charlton, you'll head left, following the signs to Malmesbury on the B4040. The road is pretty level, then begins to climb before leveling again. Once you reach this roundabout, watch closely and follow the directions to Malmesbury. This roundabout looks easy on the map, but these two left turns could be easily confused. This is where a GPS device can save you time and trouble. What do you know? Some road traffic which was even slower than us. The ride into Malmesbury is a winding climb. In Malmesbury's Athelstan Museum, there are accounts of Aylmer the Flying Monk, England's first aviator in the 10th century, who strapped himself to a wing-shaped kite and jumped from this cathedral. He flew for 200 meters and broke both legs. The millennium of his flight was held in Malmesbury in 2010. Your wanderings through Malmesbury bring you past this ornate marker, along some streets and past the back of the church. Watch for this cross and make sure you stay right. This will lead to Foxley Road and out of Malmesbury. Following the directions to Foxley and Norton, the route leaves Highway B4040 and travels along a quiet country road for 3 kilometers. The road levels and you ride through Foxley. Turn left toward Norton and continue on this quiet road. Pass through Norton and turn left toward Hullivington, and then left again. This road is light traffic, goes straight, and passes under the rail tracks. Continue until this right turn toward Griddleton. In some Cotswold towns, the main road is simply called the Street. This is the street through Hullivington. The road continues as level riding through Griddleton. In Griddleton, the street features a charming ride past some 19th century manors, including the Malmesbury Lodge, and in 100 meters, St. Mary the Virgin Parish Church. This left turn will take you toward Yatton Keenel and Castle Combe. Cross over the M4 on this overpass, and shortly after is a right turn. This continues straight and level for about a mile toward Castle Combe. Perhaps they wanted to show us what they could do. These cows began running in the field next to the road. Many of the roads in these parts are only known by their destination. This tells us we're going in the right direction to Castle Combe. The roads are well marked here, so it's easy to follow the signs. Cruise downhill into this very picturesque valley village. Castle Combe is on the southernmost edge of the Cotswolds and is a frequent set for historical films. By the Middle Ages, Castle Combe, along with much of the Cotswolds, enjoyed a prosperity based on sheep and wool. Numerous weavers' cottages were erected from local stone to house the workers, and many of them remain enticingly picturesque today. A market cross was erected in the 14th century when the village was deemed prosperous enough to have a weekly fair where sheep and wool were traded. The village became famous for its namesake, a red and white cloth known as Castle Combe. Leaving Castle Combe, we are again treated to rows of Cotswold dwellings. The skies have really cleared and it's getting quite warm as we ride out of Castle Combe and continue toward Bath. You ride beside the brook as the road begins to ascend. You hardly notice the climb as the scenery is so pretty. After climbing for a while, you reach the fork which leads to Ford. This intersects with the A420 at Ford, where you turn right. Upon reaching the A420 highway, a right turn, followed immediately by a left turn, will put you on the road to Charlton, the next town before Bath. This road takes you past the 500-acre facility at the Lucknow Park Hotel and Spa. The road levels, then gradually climbs to Charlton in the distance. After riding the outskirts of Charlton, you pass this water tower before intersecting Fosse Way. Carefully merge onto Fosse Way. This is another Roman road, but you won't be using it for long. In about 20 yards, you'll jog right onto Hunter's Hall. After about a third of a mile, on a curve, is this easily missed road. It actually looks like someone's driveway. All we can say is trust your maps. A wrong turn here takes you completely in the wrong direction. On our trip, the road sign was knocked down, and we rode past this turnoff several times before we discovered it. This narrow road is nearly void of any signs, but it is the right way. It's a popular route for cyclists as there is little traffic and lots of scenery. You pass several farms as you meander along this quiet road. The road climbs gradually to an intersection where you turn left toward Bath. As you ride this ridge, there are grand views of the rolling countryside outside Bath. This is a gentle approach to one of the busiest cities in England. You begin riding past buildings on the outskirts of Bath's suburbs. The afternoon sun is in your eyes, but over the rock wall you catch a glimpse of the city of Bath. You make your descent off the ridge, through the suburbs toward Bath for about a mile. This road intersects with the A4, one of those dreaded A roads. This is not bad, however, on a Sunday afternoon. Watch for a space in traffic and merge right. Thoughtfully, there is a lane here for cycles, as this is a very busy road. You're on the A4, which will take you directly to the town center. The last 3 kilometers follow the A4 directly into the center of Bath and our hotel for the night. Although Bath isn't officially a Cotswold town, it's hard to think of it otherwise, since many of the buildings have the same stone as other Cotswold villages. The Romans first harnessed the 250,000 gallons of 120-degree water, which rushed to the surface daily, and the healing waters of Bath became a popular Roman holiday until the fall of Rome. Later, the English of Victorian times rediscovered them quite by accident. The baths had fallen into disrepair since Roman times and been covered over. The Victorians complained about the leakage in their basements, and the baths were rediscovered. Then the health benefits and purity of the water became a rage in Victorian England, for commoners and royalty alike. Bath is also a good place to stretch out your legs and go for a walk and take care of some personal things like your laundry and just take a day off. If your bike needs attention, there's a cycle shop located at the rail station. They also offer information on cycling in the area and rentals. Bath is quite a large city and has made allowances for cyclists. The Avon Bikeway is an old towpath located alongside the river. You'll most likely see one of these canal boats working its way through the numerous locks on the canal. The towpath is multi-use. You're likely to see cyclists, walkers, canal boats, and waterfowl. If you're tired of your saddle, we highly recommend taking one of the walking tours. They're both enlightening and entertaining. The Putney Bridge is lined with shops and restaurants for your pleasure. The backside is reminiscent of the Ponte Vecchio in Florence. Stairs from the bridge lead down to a walkway beside the River Avon. This half-moon row of elegant townhouses is known as the Royal Crescent and is built from the same creamy, warm limestone as the Cotswold villages. Abbey Cathedral, located next to the baths, is massive and impressive.